Feature engineering. It is the process of transforming raw data into features that can be used to train machine learning models. It is a crucial step in the machine learning pipeline as the quality and quantity of features can greatly impact the performance of any model. It involves several tasks such as feature creation, selection, scaling, data cleaning, feature extraction, etc. The goal of feature engineering is to create a set of features that can accurately and effectively represent the underlying performance of the machine learning model. ChatGPT is a large language model that can assist data scientists in various tasks related to feature engineering. It can help to generate new features, and then it can identify patterns or relationships between features that could be used to create new and more informative features. It can assist in combining multiple features together to create new features, and it can do a lot. It can help to standardize the input data by providing the code to normalize the data or standardize the data and put it on the same scale. It can assist in creating interaction terms between features to capture the relationship between multiple features. And this will help the model to make more accurate predictions. It can also help to select the most relevant features by providing the code to implement feature selection techniques such as mutual information, lasso, ridge, random forest, and a lot more. Additionally, ChatGPT can help with data cleaning by providing the code to identify and handle missing or duplicate data and other issues with the input data that could affect the model's performance. All right, now that we know what feature engineering is, what we will do next is use our housing dataset to see how ChatGPT can help us achieve this. I will first copy this dataset and then move on to the chat.openai.com/chat, which is the ChatGPT browser window. I will paste this data and I will add a prompt, which is generate suggestions for new features to create based on the above data. And then I press enter. So what ChatGPT will do now is give a lot of different suggestions that these are the new features that you can include in order to do data modeling or do further exploratory analysis or some useful text that can help actually find some insights in this data. So it has already started typing, and what ChatGPT is suggesting the new features are the lot sizes, the age of property, type of property, amenities, distance from key locations, year built, number of stories, parking spots, zone, district, etc. So all of these features are suggested by ChatGPT to be included so that the data set that we have becomes more rich and helps in a better exploration. Now, what I'm going to ask ChatGPT next is how can we do or how can we perform feature engineering on the above data set using Python's pandas library. So what I'm asking ChatGPT now is give me a code in Python so that I can perform this feature engineering that you have just suggested in Python, and I can do the further data exploration. Now look at how ChatGPT is responding. He has first imported the pandas, then loaded the data set into the pandas data frame, and then they are creating new features based on the existing columns, and then further create new features based on domain knowledge, and then finally grouping and aggregating data, and then binning and encoding categorical data. Now, all of these are done, by ChatGPT based on its data that it has been trained upon, and you can actually use all of these codes by simply clicking on copy code, and quite simply you will be actually doing feature engineering in Python. And you have already seen that the eighth response that it has given is finally save the modified data frame to a new CSV file. Great. So what it has done is inserted all those new features, does data frame, and then finally save the modified data frame to a new file. Amazing. So this is how we can do feature engineering. Now, feature engineering is not just this, right? Other things that can be done in regards to feature engineering on this data is, normalizing or scaling the data. Since the sale price, square foot, etc., have different ranges, it may be beneficial to normalize or scale the data to ensure that all the features are on a similar scale. Now, this could be done using techniques such as min-max scaling or standardization, right? So let's ask ChatGPT to do standardization. So I will ask perform standardization technique of feature engineering on above data and share the results in a tabular format. Now, I'm asking ChatGPT to do this standardization for me. What ChatGPT is beginning with is an introduction to standardization, what it exactly is, what it is going to do, and then it will actually show you that what it has done. So it will give you the way how to do the standardization as a part of the feature engineering. Awesome. Now, what we are going to do next is, all right, so as we have asked ChatGPT to give the data set in a tabular format, see, all the data has been standardized. You see the square foot, sales price, all of these are normalized, and now they are all on the same scale. The next thing we're going to ask ChatGPT to do is combining features. That is, certain features may be more informative when combined with other features. For example, you can create a new feature that represents the ratio of bedrooms to bathrooms or the ratio of square foot to lot size. So all of this is possible directly in ChatGPT. So again, I will ask in a similar fashion that perform combine features as, maybe we cannot write perform, but I can ask combine features as a part of feature engineering on above data, on of data, and or we can do is actually copy part of that from above. So what I'm asking ChatGPT to now do now is combining the features. So this is another important thing that you do in feature engineering. Uh, it will first tell you what combining features is. It will then tell you how this can be performed, and then it will also give a result of after the performance how the data set is coming up. Awesome. What I'm gonna do ask do next is ask ChatGPT, to create interaction terms. Another thing that we can even do is encode categorical features. That is, if the location, type of house are all categorical variables, they would need to be encoded into a numerical values in order for a model to process them. There are multiple ways to do so, like one hot encoding, label encoding, binary encoding, etc. And the other thing that I was talking about is creating interaction terms. Creating interaction terms between features can help capture the relationship between multiple features. For example, you can create a new feature that represents the interaction between square foot and number of bedrooms, right? So what I'm going to do is ask chat gpt and give it a prompt. Now that it has stopped, I am going to ask create interaction terms on above data and also provide results. Okay, what I'm going to do is only provide results and do not provide uh, Python code. So I am asking it again, do not provide Python code, but only provide me the results. And then it will give me only the results of how interaction terms are being created. Awesome. Um, what else we can do in feature engineering? You can use external data, like median prices of certain neighborhoods, crime rates, school ratings, weather data, etc. You can use all of that to improve models performance. You can even ask ChatGPT to do that. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is feature selection. you know uh, with a high number of features, the model might not perform well and could also become less interpretable. So you can use feature selection techniques such as correlation matrix, mutual information, lasso, ridge, random forest, etc. The most to select the most relevant features. So the last prompt that I'm going to talk about in feature engineering, once this is completed from ChatGPT, and see how wonderfully it has created those interaction terms, and it has told that yes, this is what I'm going to do. That is the combining terms, and this is what is the output, and why is it helpful to you. Everything is right here. The last prompt I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to do is perform mutual information regression feature selection technique on a I'm sorry, on above data, and show the results in a tabular format. So I'm going to ask to perform mutual information regression feature selection technique. So you can specify what exactly you want, right? To ChatGPT, and ChatGPT understands basis on the context that we have been giving it to him, and it will understand that this is the data we're talking about, this is the technique that we're talking about, this is the domain we're talking about, and it will give you exactly everything that you might need: a definition, a Python code, a result, an explanation. Every single thing will be given to you by ChatGPT. And now you see that we're also having a look at the resulting data frame. This is what we have received after performing mutual information regression feature selection technique. So you can see that this table presents the mutual information score of each feature of the data set. Higher scores are more informative for the model, and you can use this info to select the best features for your model. In this case, we see that the square foot is the most informative than the others. So this is what we have gone through, the feature engineering and how to perform it in ChatGPT. And trust me, engineering is one of the most important things to do as a data scientist. And you can see how ChatGPT is very quickly able to help you achieve some of the tasks which might have taken longer. Awesome, thank you.